So let me explain to you why the end of this year feels especially significant and while next year feels different, man. What you're going through and what you're sensing is true. We are going through quite a paradigm shift. A whole new era of our life is beginning and there's multiple significations of this. And I'm not talking collectively, although that is happening also. I'm talking individually. We can feel ourselves shedding and letting go of a really old pattern and cycle and entering into a new era or a new version of ourselves and our life. Okay, let me show you what I've got in my journal here. So I've made this little diagram that's quite poor, but we have these waves that we go through in life, and there's multiple different waves. And before I get to this, let me explain this. So there's waves that happen over the course of multiple decades, and then there's waves that happen over the course of a decade, and then there's waves that happen over years, and then months, and days, and then even hours. We go through waves, and that's the cycles of life. Now, we can see this by the way that the planets move through the sky and the way that the moon goes through the ecliptic. Here's some visual examples as well. You can see how the zodiac kind of operates as a light wave in itself by the way that the sun reaches its zenith and then goes down to its lowest point in the winter solstice. And then even with the way that the planets come in and the peak moments in which their transits are taking place, they operate as waves. So that being said, all the planets symbolize different kind of waves. They reflect to us cycles that we go through in our life, and each planet will correlate to specific kind of themes or patterns that you're experiencing. So what we're experiencing now are 3 outer planets changing signs. When outer planets change signs, they usually always represent quite a potent shift societally, economically, culturally, politically, systemically, and especially in our own lives. New patterns, new cycles, new challenges, new difficulties, new themes that are emerging. Now, this moment in time feels particularly strong and challenging and difficult is because we're all, like 3 of them are changing signs. 3 big patterns and cycles of your life are closing. And these ones happen, we got the Neptune one that happens every 13 to 14 years. We got the Uranus one that happens every 7 to 8 years. And then we got the Saturn one that happens every 2.5 years. So simultaneously, all of them closing is a big deal. Now, when the planet is transiting the end of the sign, when the pattern is closing, it moves through the anaretic degrees. That is where it gets especially difficult and challenging. It's a cathartic moment. It's Plutonian in nature. It's a deep transformation that brings up a lot of emotion, a lot of challenge, a lot of pain or unconscious material. It's sticky, it's uncomfortable, it's tight, it's boggy, but that's the necessary process that it takes in order to be relieved and liberated into the next pattern and cycle, for it to fully close and integrate everything that it's learned. So yes, give yourself grace because a whole new cycle is beginning. It's going to take a lot of releasing, purging, and letting go, but come springtime, you're going to be entering in a whole new era of your life. If you want a personalized reading, link in bio, I do astrology readings. We can deep dive into you together.